All right, so I'm headed to the gym in a minute. Gonna play some basketball. Much needed exercise. Much needed to get back into this. But I had to drop this, okay? Because I see a lot of Christian channels basically talking about this. Basically, the attraction with modern women and what's going on with that. They don't want Christian men, all this jazz. And I just don't understand the confusion, because I guess the gaslighting campaign it's just been so ingrained in modern Christianity and in message in general. And then just the general ethic of Christianity is to like not offend, right? And then you leave it to like these red pill guys who don't care, right? They don't care. And what's funny is that like women respect that. And I mean, so just for you guys who are Christian, and if you're not Christian, you might have already sensed this or understood this to some degree. If you're in the manosphere at all, it's just women are not religious. They're not religious. Like, are we finally in agreement with that? And if you disagree with this, please let me know. Let me know. Let me know what you think. But I think they are incapable of being religious. Okay? They are just simply pragmatic. That's it. That's it. And the only real pushback I ever get is from these hopeful Christians. Seriously. Most other guys kind of have a keen understanding of this. Like, it doesn't take a genius, whether you believe in Christianity or you don't. I'm not going to go into epistemology with you or objective reality. I'm a millennial. I grew up in the Dawkins, Hitchens, Harris era, the four horsemen of atheism. Then Jordan Peterson came along and kind of equalized everything. And then came the so-called religious revival and all that jazz. But yeah, man, look, I don't claim to be a genius, but I'm an artist at heart. I'm a different kind of intelligence. That's what I think. But I mean, I don't know how to put this. Like, I've had my run-ins with women. I've had my dealings with them, both good and bad. And I've had plenty to finally tell you, like, yeah, I mean, most guys who have had understandings with women know this. They know this. Okay? And to go back into like fairy tale land, good old Christian fairy tale land, to me, not knocking the religion altogether. I'm just saying the good old kumbaya version of Christianity that I had, right? You would have to lobotomize me. Seriously, like I'm just some dude who had a psychedelic mystical experience, and I was part of that whole shebang with the millennial uprising of atheism. I've seen it all, heard it all. Okay. I don't know what else to say. Like, I guess there's a little thought experiment we could do together. Okay. Imagine for a second there was this perfect religion that preached all the time, enforced all the time that women do better. They do better. They be better. They need to stop being whores, save their virginity for their husbands, and, cover yourself up, be super modest, learn how to cook, and cook clean, learn how to microwave Hot Pockets with a holy smile, and the big one, be submissive. Be submissive, right? Like Olympic level submissive. Give to the point where they are competing for a gold medal, and yes, dear. You see what I'm saying? Like, think about that, right? A religion where they're just churning this kind of woman out, and not only that, you can have more than one. You can have more than one as a wife. Does that sound familiar to anyone? Does that sound a little familiar? Right? Would us guys really be out there going, oh my God, this is so unfair? No, you would not be. And if you've ever paid attention to like politics, you would see this like weird attraction between feminism and Islamism. You saw it, you see it. And my theory is because they don't apologize for crap. They walk around like Islam as a caricature, as a religion, as its propaganda. I mean, the men of Islam, let's not, like, they're not that. I'm not gonna go down that road, but they carry basically big dick energy. They walk around with that, right? As opposed to these us Christian types, very forgiving, very welcoming, very in touch with the spirit, understanding one another, how to communicate, all this kumbaya jazz you hear all online. You know, I think this is the big thing to me. Like, women are not religious. You just gave them the best possible religion to that under any pressure when it comes to women. This religion just folds. It's like, I don't want to upset the wife. I'm not going to do that. And this is the thing that I've learned is starting this journey. I've learned that women respect you, bro. They respect you. They might not like you. You might not get invited to parties, and you might not be the guy that everyone wants to hang around and all that jazz, right? You might not be that guy. But at the end of the day, they respect you for speaking your mind, that you say what you mean and you do exactly what you say you will do. Right? You're willing to offend. You're willing to do that. But they leverage religion, bro. That's all it is to me. They leverage religion. Right? So you can have at it with me, right? But I don't think that the more she knows about the Bible, the more scripture and, how well she can verse in Corinthians means anything more that she's more spiritual or more religious or more Christian than the next girl. Like, there are modern women who aren't all that Christian that are worth way more than so-called Christian girl. Sorry to break it to you. I mean, is that not possible? Of course it is. Of course it is. Okay, so, I may be exaggerating here, but there is a real Christian simpocalypse that is happening. Okay, and I as a millennial, I've seen it, I've witnessed it. I can't go back. I can't go back to that. And I don't even have time to go back to that. Honestly, my whole life is just work at this point. Work, the basketball, sometimes I go dancing, and pretty much the rest of it is just that. Working out. That's it. All right, so that's all I'm saying. And the problem with modern Christianity is that it doesn't teach men how to be masculine. Okay? It helps civilize the savage, the dudes who already have the prowess, that prowess that women already want and desire, and it helps civilize them. But for the rest of us normies, right, it emasculates you. It teaches you to serve your wife. And not a damn thing is ever critiqued or said about women. All right? That's it. Women are not religious. Men are. Men are. We die for causes. Women don't die for causes. All right? They don't die for larger than life things. They don't do this. I promise you, the moment Christianity becomes hard, and I mean actually hard, like you actually have to give, like, almost pretty much suffer. I don't mean stand idle by, oh my God, I have to not have sex. I have to not be a party girl. I have to stop gossiping. I have to stop being a total bitch. I have to stop. I have to settle for this guy. Yeah, the moment it starts being hard, watch. I promise you. They're not out here protesting for Sharia law. They don't want that, but they want to pick and choose. They like the optionality and freedom that Christianity offers. You want a good boy? He's always here. He's always right here waiting. He's waiting. You go do you. You play as long as you want. Good boy, Mr. Husband material is right here for you. All right? Any other way around? Doesn't work. Yeah. They want the savage, bro. They want the savage. They respect the savage. It just is what it is. Be you. Do you. That's it. That's really all it comes down to. Unapologetic you. All right, deuces. Let me know what you think.